Hello, just your
Just
friendly
sum up
neighbor.
what.
Hi. What do you really understand about religion? Like, what do you think your God does for everyone?
Would you like to tackle the topic, my sister, in humanities?
What's your, the Trinity is three gods.
Yes.
So when you come from a culture that has been here for 65,000 years, in our culture, in Australia,
Ah,
Aboriginal culture, it is not about religion. We don't
ah,
follow a God. We worship our land and
yeah,
country and Mother Earth.
yeah.
So I don't disrespect your culture, your religion, your relationship with your God at all.
Mm,
But I don't believe that there are one person, one God, one religion, anything like that. I feel like it is what you want it to be. If you
mm.
respect Allah, I've read the Quran. I think that it's beautiful, but it's not something that us Aboriginal people follow.
That's Anthony Mundine is Aboriginal. He follows that.
Well, I mean, he does, but he is also doesn't respect his own culture and like
We we
country
we
where
love
he
we
comes
love
from.
Anthony Mundine. He's my brother in Islam, and I love him.
I mean, I
Alhamdulillah.
respect your way of
So
thinking.
we are proud, brother. We are proud of our Muslim Aboriginal brothers and sisters in Australia, and we
That's
support them
amazing.
with Islam. Alhamdulillah. If they want to take it, they can take it. If they don't want it, they don't have to take it. But
Do you believe that?
the sister, the difference is the Christians in Australia don't care if you're Christian or not. That's the reality.
I don't believe in Christianity
I'm not saying
because
you do. I'm saying the Christians in Australia don't care if the Aboriginal is Christian or not. They don't really care. For
well, the
us,
whole reason.
it's very important. Any race, if they embrace Islam, they are valued. The Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, said, "There is no difference between an Arab and a non-Arab, a black fella or a white fella. So my
Shalom,
skin color doesn't matter."
exactly right. But Shalom, how is that absurd that I worship my land when this is the land that we live and breathe on? Brother, you
So,
can't say that.
so,
That is
so
disrespectful
I do understand that, with you in regards to you
to
worshiping land.
you,
That's fine.
but for me.
That's your cultural traditions that you hold to. I understand that. But for me, I believe in Allah and the last day. If you're interested in
And
Islam, I can share that with
I've,
you.
al-
If you're not
I
interested in
believe
Islam,
in
that's
like,
fine.
no, 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 that's fine. I mean, I'm not against it. I
You're not
mean,
against it,
it's
that's great. So you're open to the idea. Is that correct?
I'm open to the idea that
Ju-
there,
just
Let finish, akhi.
okay.
I'm open to the idea of everyone should be worshipped equally and accepted equally. And land is something that we should protect with all cost.
That's
Well,
great. I mean, to be honest, that's actually a practice within Islam, right? Islam gives you the right to not have relationship with only your parents, your elders, your fellow Muslims, your fellow non-Muslims, but also with the land as well. You must, as the we have, for example, the hadith on the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam where he said, "Imatatul adha ani tariqi sadaqa," that when you remove harm from any roads, this indeed that's a charity within itself. So clean, living in a clean environment, right? This is actually also part of Islam as well. So if that's what you mean,
Yes, 100%.
yeah,
But
and also
also,
even yeah, go ahead.
mm, no, you go.
Yeah, no. Also, even like, although even with the food you eat, even when it comes to animals, right? There are certain months within Islam that you can't hunt animals, right?
That's
You,
right,
you
same with Aboriginal culture.
yeah, yeah. Yeah. And you know what's interesting? I remember talking to an Aboriginal, but she's an Aboriginal American. Yeah,
I
her,
don't trust Americans at all.
yeah, yeah. I was gonna say her mom or grandma, sorry, accepted Islam because she found that there's a lot of cultural similarity between Islamic practices and the Aboriginal people. And we believe
They're
in
very,
Islam.
very
Yeah, yeah,
similar.
Yeah. So, what? Sorry.
Very, very similar beliefs, but we don't have to, as women, feel like we have to cover ourselves up.
Yeah,
We were
sister,
born,
you know what's interesting about that is there is a. Have you heard of the Yongulu tribe?
where are they from?
They're from Arnhem Island in Northern Territory. The Aboriginals from the Arnhem Island.
No, I'm from far north coast, so
So
no.
these Aboriginals actually became Muslim by marrying Indonesians. So this was before the colonization of the British, and these
Mm.
Aboriginals worshipped Allah and adopted the practice of Islam without colonization. They chose it by their own free will.
Nightmare, unfortunately, I don't believe in a God that created the land. I believe, like, oh, I'm gonna just say to the comments, sorry to cut you off, but we have many different stories all over our land. There's so many different Aboriginal tribes, and we all have similar to same belief. Um, but I don't believe like some certain things. I feel like we are a modern guys like society now, and I don't discard anyone that believes in a God, but I feel like you are the creator of your own way of living and the way you want to be as a human being. You don't have to follow um certain religions or so forth. You can still have these things that you believe in. No, I do not believe that Trinity is the only God or like anything like that. I think that's just absurd to believe in one God and one way of thinking. Just in the comment section there. Um, I feel
Patrick,
like
I'm just gonna give you a block. But sister, there is a tribe in Arnhem Island that accepted Islam without colonization. What are your thoughts on that?
if they can do it, then amazing and good. Like that is great.
Let me show it to you. Would you like
Um,
to see the evidence for this?
you can give the evidence. I don't need to. I can do my own research, but thank you. Share it.
Actually, I will share it with you because this is very important. Not many people know this. Actually.
I mean, with everything going on in Australia, it's it's discomforting to see so many turn against each other when the one objective is to love and be kind and
See,
share.
you see?
Yes, I see, I see, I see. I'm
So
reading.
this is not a Muslim source, just to let you know. So this is not Muslims promoting
That's
propaganda.
totally, totally fine.
Yeah.
I mean, I can also do my own research and see
All right.
as well.
I'll just read it if that's okay. Let's see. So few Australians are aware that the country of Aboriginal Torres Strait Islanders had regular contact with foreign Muslims before the Christian colonizers, as Islam continues to exercise appeal to some Aboriginal people today. The white lines are faint but unmistakable, small sailing boats picked out by the white-yellow pigments of the red rocks of the Wellington Range of Arnhem Island tell a different story, one of the most Australians of history accept as a nation. Their traditional
So,
boats.
brother,
Yeah,
can I just say one thing? When you are Aboriginal person, we are not allowed to speak on another Aboriginal person's cultural land. Like, there's over 600 to
yeah.
800 different of us, and we each have this similar to same belief, but we are not allowed to speak on someone else's. Arnhem Land is not my land, so it's kind of disrespectful, if that
Okay.
makes sense.
Yeah, yeah, no worries. How about if I don't mention the land, but I just mention the Muslims that went there?
Totally fine, totally fine.
Okay, no worries. So there were Indonesian traditional Bonos Paros and a Muslim fishermen flourishing in the trading city of Makassar, or then they used to fish for sea cucumber. So the Macassars, when they came to Australia as a whole, some historians say it was between 16th century or 750, 1664, perhaps earlier. I won't mention what there, but there was intermingling with the society as a whole. and there was trading that did take place, and also marriage. So there's actually a actually this is where I wanted to say this. Like, so there is a there. Can I mention as a funeral hymn?
Or if it's from Arnhem Land, no,
No, no,
because I'm
it's
not
not.
from
It's not.
there.
It's not from Arnhem Island. It's from Islam, but it's been adopted by the people of Arnhem Land. Does that make sense? So,
Um,
so basically,
yeah, but it's, I
so
mean,
it didn't
go
come from.
ahead.
You get what I mean? It didn't come from there,
I do.
but they adopted the practice from the traders.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Again, it's
Yeah.
not my land, my country. Like, it's still obviously a part of my country, but
Yeah.
go ahead, go ahead.
If you go east of that place, there is a trace of Islam. There is a funeral ritual where Bradley says you will hear the hymns to Allah and certain prayers to Allah. So the
Mm,
word, so basically the word is walita walita. The name derives
mm,
from an Arabic phrase called Allah Ta'ala, God exalted. Walita walita. And facing a certain direction during prayer and prostration. That's it.
okay. I mean, I don't have anything to discard. Like, I know that we did, in fact, speak and travel and have other people come here way before colonization happened. Um, I think the whole thing that I'm wondering about now is why are we still pushing religion on people when we know if we believe in our own gods and our own way, then we should just accept everyone as they are. And I know that the Quran speaks of that. I know that Christianity speaks of that, but also in our culture, we look at the bigger picture too, you know. Um, it's not just about believing in an ideology, if
I
that
get,
makes sense.
I get what you're saying, but we are here to invite people to Islam, and we don't force it upon people because there's no compulsion upon religion. People are, if people
That's
are
right.
interested in becoming Muslim, they just come in the live and we have a conversation with them. That's
Yeah, no, good, good, good. That's, I mean, amazing, amazing. Um,
yeah.
if you can teach me anything else about
So
Islam, I'd love to, I'm open to it.
so
I'd like to,
Islam,
I love learning.
yeah. So in Islam, we believe that God is the creators of the heavens and the earth, and we believe what's interesting about Islam is like we believe this was the religion taught by all the prophets of God. And there is an interesting verse in the Quran. It says, "We do not punish a people until we send them a messenger." So amongst your
Mm,
people, that like for my belief, you don't have to accept it. There could be prophets and messengers sent to your people, but they're just not mentioned by name.
true, very true. And we have a very similar belief. You know, we have our in every Aboriginal culture, country, we all have a token that we're born to, like a symbol, a creature, a part of us. So I'm a part, like, I think ours is Goanna. So, like, it's more interpreted through animals rather than a deity, if that makes sense, in a way. So I will have my own symbol for myself, um, which for me would be either kangaroo or kookaburra that I've been blessed with that shows me guidance rather than a god that I would believe in, if that is something. that you would understand, and I'm not really sure. So
I
again,
yeah, I
it
understand
comes
that.
down. We come it. We're not brought here to um you know protect people in that sense. I mean, it's now our job to remain as whole and keep everyone living and loving, but also our main objective is to look after land and the country we live on. Because at the end of the day, Mother Earth is our creator, not a god, not a Christian god, not um, a Catholic god. I won't say um, your religion because it's not something that is mine. I can't speak on that, but I respect it. I respect it.
Yeah, we don't believe God is a human. We don't believe God is land. We believe God told us to take care of land. We are the caretakers of the earth, and we should respect it. We shouldn't throw rubbish on the floor. We should,
That's right.
if we use a place, we should return it to this place how we left it.
And you don't you don't take more than you need. You do what you have, like you respect everything.
Yeah,
Um,
100%.
very good. I
Yeah,
I I can agree with that. Are you in Australia or are you in?
of course. I'm in Sydney actually. I actually studied Aboriginal culture in my university degree, my bachelor's.
That's amazing. It actually takes a lot of courage to want to learn about our culture. So respect for that.
Yeah, the thing is, like, the Aboriginal people were a mighty civilization in Australia with maps, fire-stick farming, eel fishing, and they were engaging in trade with nations around them, the Maori, the Indonesians, and sometimes the Polynesians.
Exactly.
It was a
These
whole
things
framework that took place, but unfortunately, the people that came to Australia called it terra nullius, and they only saw what they saw.
they saw what they wanted to see
Yeah,
and what they wanted to have and take that.
yeah.
Unfortunately, I can agree with that.
But yeah, so as a Muslim, like there is actually a sister. She actually goes into the bush and she does bush camping and stuff. I think she's a hijabi sister. She's very interesting. You should check her page out. I might find her on TikTok. Hijabi in the bush.
Yeah, if you
Let me find her.
if you find her, send a DM with
If a
me.
Christian held
Let me find it for you. Hijabi sister in the bush. Hijabi.
I know there are a fair few Aboriginal Muslims out there.
No, she's not
Um,
she's not Aboriginal, but she loves Aboriginal culture. I think she
oh,
practices.
okay.
I wouldn't say she was Aboriginal. Let's see. Australia. Trying to find her. This one. Her name's
You
Sabrina.
couldn't survive.
Let me show you her. She's interesting. Very interesting figure. This person. Okay, let's look at this display. We had to add this. There we go. She's very well spoken as well. I like how she speaks. Right.
Anything is Raj. What are you saying?
All right. Perfect.
Oh, perfect,
You couldn't
perfect.
survive being in a Muslim country, let alone the Aussie bush. Here's something they don't teach you in school. Muslims have been in Australia far longer than European colonisation. Muslims built real, respectful relationships with Aboriginal communities. They traded goods, shared stories, built families, and they did it with integrity. While the colonisers destroyed, Muslims built relationships based on trust and respect. And this isn't just history, it's connection. The Aussie bush is part of a land that we've been connected to for centuries. So before you come at me or the other million Muslims in Australia, maybe take a second to learn about history and leave that racism at the door.
That's beautiful. She
You
was
couldn't
beautiful. I
survive being in a Muslim country.
really respect her.
Yeah, her name's Sabrina Alam.
But who is this Faith? And what is Yeshua's teaching. What is she
He,
talking about?
he, he's a Christian.
Oh, okay, because I wasn't really quite sure what she's saying there. But no, this is beautiful.
Yeah.
See, this is what I guess the Australian side doesn't see to Islam. That is more closed off because history has taught us nothing, unfortunately, and gives us so little when it's a colonized history that we're learning from. So good for you for standing up for what you believe in still in a country that is full of racism and divide.
Yeah, and if you feel like, the thing is, the only way something truly dies is when you stop talking about it.
100%. And the only way we can keep things surviving and thriving is if we keep having these conversations and sharing knowledge, you know, when you jump on a lot of other people's lives, like how Faith is going on in the comment section, it shows you a one-way um persuasion and one-way thinking. So I'm not saying her way of believing is wrong, but I feel like that is a very one way of mind
I
to
see.
have. Christianity was only here for 2,000 years when, like you said, Aboriginal culture and Islam have been sharing knowledge for beyond that time. We've been here for 65,000 years, so
Mungo Man.
it's,
There's the remains of Mungo Man. I remember studying about
yeah,
him.
amazing that you even have that knowledge. A lot of Australians don't even know about him,
There's
and
Mungo
to be
Man and Mungo
honest,
Woman.
very amazing.
He was buried in Red
Keep
Ochre.
your wits about you and keep having these conversations.
Yeah, and the thing is,
Um,
as a Muslim, I want to let you know I can never force you to be a Muslim. I can only invite you. And if you choose to read the Quran or even like ask questions, that's all by your own will.
I
Okay.
have already read the Quran, so you don't have
Yeah.
to stress about that.
No, it's fine. For me, it's like learning about Islam. If you're open to it, that's fine. I'm always here to answer your questions if you need it.
This is why I love these lives like this because you can ask a question without having negativity about it, and you get a straight answer. It's not just illiterate or someone's just gonna call your name. So it's very good, and I appreciate you. This is good. It's a good life. Keep up your work. I mean, just share your knowledge if this is your belief. Amazing. And keep spreading knowledge too about the cultures combined and religion. It's
Yeah,
not taught in the history books what you're saying, and these things need to be shared so people understand.
and what's interesting now is Islam has history with Aboriginal culture, and they have crossed paths before even Christianity set on this land. So when someone
Well,
tells
like I
me,
said,
tells me,
Christianity has only been here for 2,000 years,
yeah,
less maybe.
well, the Christianity of today was actually invented by Roman Europeans. We don't even believe that
Mm.
Jesus was even teaching the belief they're practicing now.
Well, they crucified Jesus. They put him on a cross. He was a Jew.
You know what's
He
interesting?
wasn't even, he wasn't a white man. He was a Jewish man.
And they don't
And
teach you that he's Middle Eastern. They don't tell you he's from
that's right.
Palestine. They just tell you this is
That's
a
right.
white man with blonde eyes.
And they changed his whole aspect to suit British colonization. So that's what really kind of people need to look at too, where Jesus came from. And You know, if you're a really firm believer of Christ, you know, he wasn't a white man. He wasn't from Middle East either. He was a Jewish man.
Yeah. For me, what's strange is
No,
like
not of faith. Do your research.
what's strange for me is like I don't believe that God would pick a particular race to be a man. He doesn't need to do that.
He didn't do that. And if you really understand what it what he was about, because I studied Christianity too, he in his book he created the heaven and the earth. Now it not him, God. God sent him here for our
Good
sins to
morning.
die for us, to you know sacrifice himself for our sins as humanity. But when he made Jesus, he took a limb. When he made when he created man and woman, he created us from Adam, which again, not from any YT culture or anything like that. I can't have these conversations with these comments at the moment. There's so much going on there. But a good conversation with you, brother, and thank you for your information. Feel free to always send me more understanding and of Islam. I love learning.
Well, I'm
It
happy to
helps me
share
to
that.
understand people.
Yeah, I'm happy to share that with you, and I actually spoke to Anthony Mandine's nephew about Islam, and he's interested in
He's my
becoming Muslim.
cousin, so
Yeah, it was it was last year, and he told me he's very interested. I was like, damn.
look, he, I can't speak for Aboriginal people. I can't speak for him, but he is a part of our family as well.
Yeah.
And he comes from the same land that I come from, similar country lines, song lines, and stuff. So everyone's belief is, I guess, you take on
He was a very
what you want as
gentleman-like,
well.
very respectful man, that guy, his nephew.
He is. I'm gonna interrupt from the live because I can't have the conversations in the comments.
Yeah. But
Michelle,
thank you for
you should
sharing.
do some research before you yeah, thanks for letting me up, brother.
No
Take
worries.
care.
Take it easy. Peace be upon you. Take care.
You too. Thank you.
Bye.